Winter is here, but my skid steer is here to make the snow disappear. What's going on, guys? It's HBG here, and today we are here to tackle the snowfall because it is snowing. As you can see, it's a lot of snow. I did my driveway, warmed it up a little bit, but the town has not done anything. So we got a couple of contracts, a couple houses, a couple businesses to do, and we're gonna get right to it. Now we have a huge day ahead of us because we just brought this skid steer a couple months ago in this attachment. So today is the major test of how great they're gonna do. Now we did get, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 feet of snow, but there's still more snow coming. So I'm trying to knock out the easy stuff first because our day is going to be pretty hectic. DOT has not plowed, as you guys can see, so we might have to pick up their slack. We have a whole bunch of businesses that didn't close down today that need to get knocked out. We have a whole bunch of stuff to do for just this little skid steer and the snowblower. Hopefully DOT makes it out so they can do the road so it's easier on everyone, especially me, because I do not believe my truck is strong enough, let alone fast enough or heavy enough to do every single road in the little small town. Now that we finished the shop, we're gonna go head over to the townhouse slash church area, clear them out, and then I'm gonna go offer my assistance to maybe some local businesses or some people who just don't want to shovel. So now, as I'm doing this skid steering, I couldn't help but wonder what we are going to do with the GMT 400 and the GMT 800 frame. So I've been searching for a very long time. I want to do either a 6.5 liter diesel into the GMT 400 or a 454 big block, and I am trying to source a cab and a bed for that GMT 800 so we can have two trucks. I flip one, keep one, because I still need one landscaping truck for just regular mowing lawns and that thing, and I would love to make one of those like a landscaper's dream. So let me know what you guys think we should do with those two trucks. Also, we may be flipping that skid steer and our tractor for something big, but you'll have to stay tuned to figure out what it is. So we just finished the townhouse slash church. Now we have to go do the hospital because we got a contract with the hospital, a couple more businesses, the gas station, a whole bunch of other businesses, but I was trying to get in contact with the town. They said none of their guys showed, so we may have to do the roads. But before we head out to the road, we're going to do the hospital and the fire station that's right next to us. So let's get to work. Now, as we're plowing out their driveway, I tried to get some of the people to come and move their vehicles, but they didn't, so we're going to plow around it. But the town got back to me. They said they can give me $100 an hour to do some of the roads, not all of them, because some of their guys are starting to make it to the yard, but they don't know, so I'll keep you guys updated. But this driveway was completed earlier, but it snowed some more, so we came down and did that, as you guys saw. But the fire department can't get any of their engines out, so we need to hurry up and get over to the firehouse. Now that we're all finished up with what we need to do at the hospital, we're gonna jump across the street to the fire department and knock out everything they need us to do, because they got a mound of snow that was from one of the guys that was from the city, but they didn't do a great job. I don't know what happened, but we're going to make sure we get everything situated. We finished the fire station, but Henry came out and flagged me down and said, hey, can you do my house? So we're gonna go knock out his house. Then I think we're gonna start doing some of the roads over here because it's getting bad. Henry House did not take us too long at all. It was relatively simple, but we have to go head down to the barbershop slash bakery plaza because they need to get plowed out. They need to start opening their business soon to get money rolling in. Now, I only plowed up until the bakery because we didn't get confirmation yet from DOT that I can actually plow, but let's head to the bakery and knock this out. Now, we're pretty much halfway through our list of jobs we have to do today. We still have to do the mechanic shop that just opened up. They're on the back burner because they're not open today. We have to go do the gas station because they're open for business. We have to go do the main dealership later on today. And I'm going to see if I can tackle some of these roads. Not all, but some of these roads that get paid by DOT. But next on our agenda is going to be the gas station, the hill up to the main dealership, then the main dealership. Now, for those of you who are trying to keep track of how much money we made today, I believe we're sitting at around almost 3 grand on the day, and we're still not done yet. So let's knock out this gas station, keep that money rolling so we can afford that motor for that truck that we have and get a body and a bed for that GMT 800. So we made it back to the house finally. I left the skid steer up at the gas station because we still gotta make it up to that hill. So I'm gonna go I've grabbed the truck because we gotta test out the plow and see what it does so we can gauge if we can make it up that hill or not. Now, I think I found the sweet spot for this plow. Give it a little gas, a little go, but she's pushing just fine. Do I think making it up the hill will be hard? Yes, because it's not only just a hill, it's also bends. But we made it to the gas station, so let's go test out our plow. Now, what I feared with the plow is because we don't have the mass with this truck to move all the snow over, eventually it's going to create big piles. But the truck seems to be handling it pretty well up until about now, where you can see the piles start to get in the way. So we ended up just cutting that mound of dirt in half, but other than that, this plow is doing amazing. Best purchase ever. After I realized this plow was just going to push all the snow up into a big mound, I realized we can use this truck and the skid steer hand in hand. Push a lot of snow in one place, get rid of it with the skid steer. Now that we're finished up with this main kind of road, we have to do the hill next. Now, we're going to see if we can make it up the hill without having to take the skid steer off the truck, let alone the trailer or anything. So, let's see how bad the snow is. Now, as you guys can see, this snow is packed down. Nobody shoveled or plowed or did anything on this road. So, we're going to see how far we can make it up before we have to turn around, and it's not looking so good right now. So we eventually stopped trying to plow up and we started to just see how far we can get up driving, and it is very tough on this truck, and right about here is where we started to get stuck. So I'm gonna end up turning around and using the skid steer because we almost jackknifed trying to get down this hill, and that's gonna be pretty expensive if we twist the frame or even flip or lose our skid steer in the process. So let's get the skid steer down and start doing this road. So we unload the skid steer, and I believe we can make it up this hill pretty easily now that because of all that weight back there. So let's park our truck up top, maybe up at the shop, plow that out a little bit, and then, you know, get the skid steer and work our way up to the shop. So after we dropped our truck off, we made the trike all the way back down to the skid steer, and we drove down to the start of the road so we can clear out this hill so everyone in the town is happy. Also, nobody slips and crashes because there's been a few accidents today. So let's knock this hill out. So with pass number 1 down, we're going to turn around and head back down for pass number 2. Let's get started. As we reach the bottom of the hill, our day is coming to an end pretty quickly because all we have left on the agenda is the shop. So let's head back up to the shop and knock that out and call it a day. Well, change of plans. So I completely forgot about the rec league. Even though they weren't open today, I was going to do them tomorrow because, you know, it's right next to the house. But they called and insisted that they wanted it done today. So let's knock the shop out, head over to the rec center, and then that will be our final job for the day. So let's wrap this up relatively quickly so we can head over to the rec league. So this is pretty much the home stretch of the shop. We're pretty much finished. We've done everything that they wanted us to do. So I'm going to call the guys down at the local rec league and let them know I will be there within the next 30 minutes to an hour so we can knock that job out and make it our final job of the day. And then at the end of that job, we can tally up how much money we made with our brand new to us equipment that we brought right before the snowstorm so we can see if it was worth it or not. Okay, as we're slipping and sliding our way to the rec league, it's all they want me to do is this main parking lot, and that's all I want to do right now. Oh my god, look at that trailer sliding all over the place. We need to hurry up and get this done before all the snow gets icy. Even though it's not icy right now and we're slipping and sliding, I don't want this to get icy, so let's knock this job out. Now that we're pretty much reaching the end of our day, let's recap. We made 150 bucks with Annie. Then we went to the calf and we made 300 bucks off of them today. And then we went down to the townhouse / the church and we made 550 bucks doing their snow removal. Then we went down to the hospital and we made 550 bucks as well. Then we went over to the fire department and made 550 bucks as well. Then I think it was Henry waved us down and we made 150 bucks doing his driveway and his yard. Then we went to the bakery / barbershop, made 500 bucks off of them. Then we went to the gas station, made 500 bucks off of them. And then we went to the dealership, which we just left, and made 500 bucks off of them. Now we're waiting on our money from the town for the roads. We only did 5 hours at $100 an hour, so we're waiting for 500 from them, and we're waiting for $500 from the rec leagues. Now that the job is done, let's go collect our paper because we need it. So as you can see, the rec league has paid us our 500 bucks to doing the job, and the town has dropped off our 500 bucks as well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the spring. HBG out.